Welcome back to Cox Connections, a program that provides up-to-date information on events that affect you, our customers. Did you know that the #1 predictor of poverty is lack of education? 18% of citizens without a diploma are unemployed. Here in Hampton Roads, 21,000 children live in extreme poverty, less than half of the federal poverty level. The United Way of South Hampton Roads is committed to breaking this cycle of educational disadvantage with their United for Children initiative. Here today to talk with us about this program is Sarah Bishop, Director of Education Initiatives. Welcome to the show, Sarah.
Thank you for having me.
So tell us about United for Children and who's involved in the initiative.
United for Children is a collective impact initiative, meaning we all come together and we share the planning, we share the funding, and we share implementation. The people around the table include our city, our school systems, public housing, the medical school, university, United Way, and we come together and we say, what problem do we all share? What are we all trying to work on that one organization on its own cannot address? And we ask the question, what if we all came together around the success of our children? And the #1 predictor of why someone is in poverty is lack of education. And we said, let's go after education.
So tell us a little bit more about the focus of the initiative.
Yes. United for Children, working with the school leadership, starting first in Norfolk, we worked with the leadership in the school and with principals, and we said to them, what are the real barriers to children succeeding? We've got a high dropout rate. We've got a high rate of children who don't get passed on. In fact, in Norfolk, 68% of the dropouts take place in the 9th grade. So we know we've got a middle school issue. But when we met with school leadership, they said to us, our real problem is children entering school ready to learn, middle school students entering ready to learn, and the burdens of poverty.
So when the program started out, were you looking at the issue citywide, or were you focused on a particular area in Norfolk?
When we started out, we were really thinking big picture. What can we do? But then once we really got deep into planning, we knew that we were going to bring about change by working intensely with a population that everyone had their fingerprints on. The cities, we've got a neighborhood right near downtown Norfolk, it's in downtown Norfolk, where there's a city Parks and Rec office, there's a public housing office, and there's a public school. And at the time, the principal of that school was...
And this is Young Terrace?
This is Young Terrace. And they had this passionate principal, and we went, and they said, let's start here. Because we believed if we could get something started there, we could do it any place. Because Young Terrace is a public housing neighborhood. It's the largest one in our region. But when we looked at that data, we knew we couldn't leave.
There's significant poverty there, right?
It is very high poverty, and it's a huge concentration of poverty, where 79% of the households earn less than $12,200 a year.
79%?
79%, and about half the parents do not have a high school diploma. So now go to sort of stand in the shoes of a teacher, and you want to send kids home to do their homework. Well, you have parents who can't read. Or 40% of the children live with another adult other than their parent, whether it's an aunt or a grandmother or grandfather. So we knew the services had to be provided very much involved with the school. The school is sort of the hub of the neighborhood. Everyone sees schools sort of as a safe place. Mm-hmm. And with that degree of poverty, it would have been easier to start someplace else. But if we don't do it, who will?
That's incredible to me that we have a neighborhood right here in Hampton Roads with those kinds of demographics. It sounds like United for Children is really having an impact there.
We sure are.
Tell us a little bit more about that.
Well, the principal said national research and the school's research was showing that children in poverty and her children lose ground over the summer. And they said, help me solve it. So we met with the teachers, met with the principal, and we said, we are United for Children is facilitated by United Way. United for Children said to the principal and teachers, do not look at any financial limitations. Grow a summer program that's going to give us outcomes, that will keep kids from losing ground over the summer. Do not use a textbook. Do not use drill sheets, but grow a program where children gain in reading and math. And we took away all the burdens and barriers for teachers, and they got busy planning. And they got excited, and they said it's going to be project-based, theme-based. They wanted to teach, where before they had no interest in teaching summer. And we went to Jonah, Macon, Brock. They funded the first summer programs. We've got to pay for those teachers to be there. And we tried it. Those kids were in summer school for 8 weeks, full day, 5 days a week. We did that for 8 weeks, and we got outcomes. We had proof through schools' data that the children in summer school gained in reading and math. So our first goal of no learning loss, we met that goal. But then all of our partners, the city manager, the superintendent, the CEO of Public Housing, the president of medical school said, this is great for summer, but will these gains stay with these children through the school year? And we followed those kids in the school year, and we looked at them in November and then with their SOLs. And the research supported that children in that school who went to summer school outperformed the children who did not go to summer school.
That's fabulous. So I understand now that you're serving a number of schools. The program has expanded, right?
Because of those outcomes, Mayor Paul Frame said, you've got to expand this, you've got to go bigger. And so this summer, we'll be in 5 schools in Norfolk, and these are all the schools that feed into Booker T. Washington High School.
That's great.
Which is one of our most challenged high schools in the area. And then on top of that, the city of Virginia Beach said, hey, what are you guys doing? And then Suffolk said, hey, what are you guys doing? And can United for Children come to us? And so this summer...
So helping children all over the region. That's wonderful.
That's correct. 510 elementary school students in Suffolk will be in a United for Children summer school this summer with the same model of morning hands-on academics and afternoon earned enrichment where kids do drama, dance, cheerleading, flag football, cooking, arts, crafts.
And is there a way that people can get involved and support the initiative?
Please, we are always raising money because we've got to pay for those teachers. What we found out, there are no school supplies for kids during summer school. So if you support children during the academic year in September with a school supply drive, please support kids in summer school with a school supply drive because these parents can't afford school supplies. So school supplies, volunteer readers, we go in and we clean the school building and do the bulletin boards because schools don't have time to turn it around.
Sounds fabulous. I so wish that we could be here a little bit longer to talk with you more about the program, Sarah. We're going to have you come back.
I'd love to.
But it sounds like you're achieving great things for our children, which is absolutely wonderful. Thanks so much for being here with us to tell us about it this afternoon.
Thank you for your interest.
Thanks for joining me on this episode of Cox Connections. As always, I want to personally thank you for choosing Cox Communications for your entertainment, information, and communication needs. We know you could have chosen another provider, but because you chose us, we pledge to be a friend you can trust. We promise to provide you with innovative products backed up by a talented local team of professionals that will help you stretch your dollar. And we promise to continue to make a difference in the Hampton Roads community. From all your friends and neighbors here at Cox, we thank you again for joining us on this edition of Cox Connections.